For the past 30 years, when the sun has risen over Malibu, California, athletes of all types, from Olympians to weekend warriors, have come to Zuma Beach to partake in an early morning adventure called the Nautica Malibu Triathlon, presented by Equinox. 30 years in, and we're just getting started. Participation is key, with over 5,000 athletes ranging in age from 14 to 85 years old, raising over $1.2 million so the Children's Hospital Los Angeles can continue to fight against pediatric cancer, a fight Rob Riggle is happy to be a part of.
30 years they've been doing this, and I've been lucky enough to do it this will be my second time to do it. I don't know why I had to think about that. There's only 2 times.
Max is very relaxed every year. He's chilling out in the ocean, just relax. I just want to live.
I can't believe this is the 30th anniversary. It's such a good cause. I'm so happy and so proud to be here for it.
Definitely. She told me about the initiative and the cause, and, I was all hands on deck. I really wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, this year the goal is finish. There would be no stilts. The first couple of years I was like, I'm gonna gun for stilts. And then I'd see him on the run passing me. I'd be like, oh my God, why is he so far ahead?
He probably won't even make it to the start of the swim out there. Between here and the start, he'll find a reason to get out.
You think you're just gonna go have a casual race, like, I'm not gonna get competitive, and then you get here and your endorphins start going, and you get overexcited. So it'll be fun. It's nice to get out here and compete and do it for a good cause.
Everybody here is here for the right reasons. They want to support Children's Hospital of LA and have fun doing it, and this is a great way to do it.
And a great way to stay up to date on all things Nautica Malibu Triathlon is on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Imbued with Rachel Platten's fighting spirit, it smiles all around for the field of 5,000 plus as athletes from all walks of Hollywood life come together for a little fun and a great cause.
It's great that all these different show business teams, Disney, Fox, NBC Universal, Time Warner, they all come here in mass. I'm like 300 strong to support Children's Hospital Los Angeles, which is wonderful.
We couldn't be more excited to get going, but don't take my word for it.
Super excited. Best of luck to everybody.
Olympic gold medalists Connor Dwyer and Dave Walters might not need luck, but they do have some jokes.
We told Connor there was a hole in the shark net this morning, so
I'm a little afraid.
A little fun amongst friends, but there's nothing to fear as the pros line up, eager to get things started. And with that, the 30th Nautica Malibu Triathlon is officially underway. Released into the Pacific Ocean in groups, the pros get wet first, streaking down the sand and into the Pacific surf. With the Pacific Ocean now playing host to our first group of athletes, let's take a look at this year's course. Competitors tackle the Pacific first, starting things off with a half-mile swim heading north up Zuma Beach, where a scenic 18-mile bike ride along the Pacific Coast Highway awaits. One more pit stop, and the day wraps up with a 4-mile run down the PCH to Point Doom and back to the finish line. Top pros will cross the line in the 1 hour and 20-minute range. As the pros head towards the transition area, the celebrity relay teams get pumped up, awaiting their chance to partake in the 30th Nautica Malibu Triathlon presented by Equinox. The Nautica Malibu Triathlon is brought to you by Nautica. Shop Nautica.com. By Equinox. It's not fitness, it's life. And by Longo Toyota Lexus.
The new Cliff Nut Butter Filled Energy Bar. It's beyond nuts.
Welcome back to the 30th Nautica Malibu Triathlon, presented by Equinox. As we look down from above Zuma Beach, our first swimmers are exiting the water, with men's pro Alexander Romanenko the first to emerge. While the rest of the field plays catch-up, making their way north to the transition area. Alexander Romanenko out of his wetsuit and onto his bike with a solid lead. That lead just ahead of Chris Berg, who's made his way to the transition area.
Amazing.
Next out of the water, our first celebrity relay team, as Ryan Bullock of Team Josh Hopkins heads up the sand and into the transition area, where Chris Berg heads out, and pro triathlete Seth Totten does his best to make a quick switch onto his bike in hot pursuit.
Looks like we got another racer. I see the blue carpet.
Quantico's Josh Hopkins waits patiently with the rest of the celebrity relay bikers ready to head out on the PCH with the second leg of their day, where Seth Totten is cruising along at almost 25 miles per hour. Future Malibu triathletes cheer on their favorites, like Olympian Connor Dwyer, who has Zac Efron waiting just a short jog away, along with pro cyclist Dave Zabriskie, who is no stranger to putting the pedal to the metal. And that is exactly what Alexander Romanenko is doing as he continues to pace the men's pro field. No stranger to the sand and surf, Baywatch's Zac Efron catches up with some competitors in the transition area. As open water expert and LA County lifeguard Ryan Bullock finishes the first leg of his team's day. Chris Berg takes a cautious turn to set up to fly on PCH. And Josh Hopkins straps up and hits the road himself. Followed closely by Zac Efron as they lead the celebrity relay division onto the Pacific Coast Highway.
All right, there goes Zac Efron out onto the bike start.
Chris Berg still motoring on, where Disney CEO Bob Iger hopes to track all of them down. As does NBA All-Star Caron Butler, who's trading hoops for helmets as he begins his day. A short swim in the Pacific Ocean for Nick Ruminata is a piece of cake as he gets a little help from his friends and from Paul Mitchell, who has chosen Nick as this year's Spirit Award winner.
So growing up in Seattle, I mean, I grew up a very active kid. It was always, you know, weekend soccer game, weekend soccer tournament. Back in 1992, they rushed me to the hospital in severe pain. They did a spinal tap, decided that he's got bacterial meningitis. It was then that I elected as a 13-year-old kid to have my leg amputated below the knee. And that sort of started my journey, what I'm doing now. It's really important for me to give back to my community and talk to new amputees who have been through what I went through with a 13-year-old kid. You know, I don't go out and do these things to be recognized. Being able to not only just be here and race, but also support another worthy cause is incredible.
We appreciate the support, Nick, and also appreciate supporting you in continuing to live a full life. As we look up to the Jumbotron for a quick check on social media to see what's trending at this year's Nautica Malibu Triathlon, so far, so good. Which is exactly what Rob Riggle's thinking as he wraps up his swim, one leg down, 2 to go. And in the transition area, Josie Loren knows why she's here.
That's kind of my favorite part about this, to actually go to the hospital and see what we're doing. And when you walk out of the elevators on the 4th floor, like you see, you know, Nautica Malibu Triathlon, and you see actually what the impact that this triathlon has. It's pretty special.
And seeing the smiles on the kids' faces at CHLA is why we've kept coming back for the past 30 years, something Michael Epstein knows all about.
Well, to see over 5,000 people at the Nautica Malibu Triathlon, honestly, my heart pounds. My heart pounds with love for the athletes, for the children that we're helping, for the doctors and nurses that are working so hard to find the next cure is the next treatment for cancer. It's like this amazing coming together of a lot of different elements that create just an experience for everybody that they can really, really enjoy, feel proud of, and feel a sense of accomplishment. It's almost impossible to explain what that kind of transition feels like from 300 people 30 years ago to 5,000 people and $10 million today. But it just feels like an incredible journey.
A journey that we will keep taking with you, Michael. Rob Riggle's journey continues as he trades his wetsuit for wheels and heads out on the bike. Where Zac Efron is pushing 20 miles per hour as he makes his way in and around Malibu. Along with Seth Totten, who's in the hunt in the men's pro division at the 30th Nautica Malibu Triathlon presented by Equinox.
The new Cliff Nut Butter filled energy bar. It's beyond nuts.
Welcome back to the 2016 Nautica Malibu Triathlon presented by Equinox here at Zuma Beach in Malibu, California. Out for an early morning ride along the Malibu coast, why wouldn't Rob Riggle have a smile on his face? Not many better ways to spend a Sunday morning, if you ask me. Along with the classic distance on Sunday, each year the Nautica Malibu Triathlon hosts an international length race that runs one day earlier. Truly an international competition with a field of top-notch triathletes from around the world. This year's Herbalife International Distance Race tested the athletes with a nearly 1 mile swim, a 25-mile bike ride, and a 6-mile run. These are the men and women who dream of making triathlon their profession and enjoy pushing themselves to their limits. On a picture-perfect day in Malibu, 6-time NCAA All-American and sub-4-minute miler Sean Jefferson paced the men's field in a shade under 2 hours, while Canada's Maddie Serpico led the women home in 2 hours and 33 minutes.
You couldn't ask for better conditions, near perfect. I mean, I don't even know if it can get more perfect than this out here. I'm just happy to be able to come out here and race. This is a hometown race for me. I train in Santa Monica, so a lot of friends out here coming to cheer me on, and just great to be out here and racing.
Congrats to Sean, Maddie, and everyone who competed in the Herbalife International Distance Race. The adventure continues as we're now a little over halfway through the classic distance, and Chris Berg is holding steady in second in the men's pro division. Bob Iger keeping up a solid pace, all with a big smile on his face. Chris Berg off the bike and about to hit the run, as Zac Efron continues his blistering pace, showing the kind of fitness necessary to be a lifeguard, even if it's just in a movie. And it's shaping up to be a Hollywood ending for Alexander Romanenko and Chris Berg, as they're literally side by side with only 4 miles between them and the finish line. Berg with the better transition, valuable seconds he's made up and now turned into a lead.
First 2 athletes into the run.
Team Paradigm is in podium position as Daniel Pancotto pedals on. And Seth Toten, he's got some time to make up for the top spot in the pro men's field. Mark Feuerstein shows no pain, royal or otherwise, as he pushes ahead in search of Jeff Stoltz and Max Greenfield. Chris Berg has put 20 steps between himself and Alexander Romanenko. Zac Efron is heading for home, and Seth Totten tracks down the pro men's leaders. And lest we forget why 5,000 plus athletes and supporters rose before the sun and made their way down to Zuma Beach, the Children's Hospital Los Angeles has been bringing sunshine and hope to children with pediatric cancer for years, but it's a fight that continues to be fought.
It's an amazing partnership, very impactful, inspirational to behold. Thousands of athletes, all of their supporters, and all for one singular cause, supporting our cancer research program at CHLA, and we couldn't do the work we're doing without this partnership. And on behalf of everybody at CHLA, thank you to anybody and everybody who's part of this in any way. 30 years ago, the majority of children with cancer were not cured. Now, 80% of children diagnosed with cancer are expected to be cured if they come to CHLA. Progress made because of this partnership has improved survival rates in children with cancer here in LA and around the world.
Thanks to you and the entire CHLA family, Alan. You keep doing your part, and we'll keep doing ours to support the fight. Dave Zabriskie going for the top spot, pulling into the pits in first, which is where we now find Alexander Romanenko in the men's pro division. James Marsden of Team Westworld eyes the prize in the men's celebrity relay division, with Colin Egglesfield having similar thoughts in the celebrity men's individual race. Seth Totten has overtaken the second spot in the pro men's class, and Eric Edibari will have to be fast and furious if he wants to catch up with Mr. Marsden. As some of the 5,000 plus competitors in the Nautica Malibu Triathlon presented by Equinox make their way through the transition area, it is smiles all around for Jen Morton, Olympian Connor Dwyer, and Zac Efron's brother Dylan as they wait their turn. The Nautica Malibu Triathlon is brought to you by Nautica. Shop nautica.com. By Herbalife. Herbalife is proud to be the official nutrition and wellness partner for the Nautica Malibu Triathlon. By Mitch. Style isn't born, it's groomed. And by Longo. To the kids for their bravery and to CHLA for their compassion. Believing that fitness knows no age, the little athletes get to join in the fun at the Nautica Malibu Triathlon presented by Equinox in the Nautica Trot. While everyone gets a chance to check out the latest gear in the sponsor village. Whether it's fitness fashion, snacks and supplements, or even sprucing up the do, the Sponsor Village is the place to see the latest and greatest from a wide variety of products across the fitness landscape. And nobody knows this better than Nautica, who's been putting the style in lifestyle for years.
We're a full lifestyle brand. We sell everything from women's and men's apparel to all the way down to kids, and having the trot and not forgetting the kids and including them and their families in this event has always like a big integral part of what we're doing here. So water has been in our DNA and it's a part of our heritage, since we were founded, and how much of a better synergy could it be than we're on the beach next to the ocean. It is a lifestyle event where, family gets together. There's 15,000 people who come out here for the weekend. It's great brand awareness for us, but it's also for an amazing cause. So it just has kind of been all around a full 360 great partnership.
It has indeed, Amy. It has indeed. Alexander Romanenko is in the lead with a few steps left to go. And go is what Zac Efron's brother Dylan is looking to do as Zac pulls into the transition area, completing his day as Dylan's gets underway. Way ahead is where James Marsden finds himself as his sub-8-minute mile pace leads his relay division. While Jen Morton gets her shot at the course for Team Josh Hopkins. Danny Pudi tries to track down Team Westworld in the celebrity men's relay. With Zac's day done, it's time to hit the showers.
Thank you very much.
Something Jeff Stoltz's puppy Walter tries to help Dad with as Jeff heads off in search of the finish line.
Come on, Jeff. There he goes.
That is where we find Alexander Romanenko taking the top spot in the pro men's race.
Number 2826, that is.
Followed right behind by Seth Totten. Meanwhile, Katie Leclerc's team rode into some bad luck as apparently Karan Butler is a very powerful peddler, breaking his bike.
So, I've been waiting for a while and I'm looking for my biker, but I just got this photo and the pressure's off. I don't have to run fast at all anymore. If we're in last place, it's not my fault anymore.
Sit tight, Katie. I got a feeling Karan's gonna come through.
Hey, how are you?
See ya. Which is exactly what Danny Pudi's doing for Team Loco. With one final turn and a quick pit stop for hydration, the 30th Nautica Malibu Triathlon is nearing the finish line.
We got water!
Which is where Katie Leclerc wants to get as her teammate Karan Butler put his pedal troubles behind him to finish his ride.
Talk to me right now. You were out there, we got a picture.
James Marsden finishes things up for Team Westworld, taking the celebrity men's relay title.
Westworld, congratulations.
I'm not sure about Saul, but Patrick Fabian's calling the finish line as he makes his way down the home stretch. With the end in sight, a little support from the fans never hurt anyone. And who doesn't need more cowbell? No doubt inspired by the cheering fans, Team Inspiration's James Wolk claims the second spot in the celebrity men's relay. Aiden Canto puts the finishing touches on his day in the celebrity men's individual race. High fives and handshakes when you're done, which is what Max Greenfield's looking for as he marches on in dogged pursuit of Jeff Stoltz. And whether fast or furious, it all worked out for Eric Edabari as his team lands in third, catching his breath as the pro men's winner filled us in on his race.
Seth Totten wanted to really, catch me at the end there. He was giving it full gas. The guy's an amazing runner, and maybe, some other day he'll catch me, but not today.
Showing spirit knows no bounds, Nick Ruminata hustles towards the finish line. While the rest of the 5,000 plus athletes run through the rest of their morning. It is first place for Colin Egglesfield in the celebrity men's division, and Egglesfield fired up with that fist pump for first. As Tiffany Riggle wraps things up, we catch up with Colin.
It was another great race. Jeff Stoltz is my next closest competition. I'm pretty competitive, and knowing I'm racing for the kids at Children's Hospital makes it all that more important. So it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Behind Colin, but ahead of Stoltz, Aiden Canto claims the silver in the celebrity men's division, while Jeff Stoltz just happy to be finished.
This never gets fun. It never gets easier. It's terrible. You get faster maybe or slower, but it always starts. But it's fun when it's over.
Nice day.
I couldn't agree more, Nick. For the celebrity men, a blistering time from Colin Egglesfield has him the winner. Our celebrity men's relay won by Team Westworld, the celebrity mixed relay by Team Paradigm. For the pro men, Alexander Romanenko held off a fast-charging Seth Totten. And thank you to all our corporate and industry challenge participants. Here are some of the top teams and their donations. That wraps up another spectacular year. For all of us here, I'm Craig Hummer. We'll see you next time.